Two of the most interesting things I found in Bruce Lee's Tao of Jeet Kune Do were the concepts of choice reaction and attack on preparation. Choice reaction takes longer than simple reaction. This means that when you have to react to multiple possibilities, your reaction time increases. Seems pretty obvious, right? What's less obvious is that there's an actual law which quantifies this phenomenon called Hicks' law.
Law don't go around here. Savvy?
Let's use an example to break this law down. First off, what is the opponent reacting to? If he reacts after you throw the technique, then he's not going to defend successfully. What he reacts to is the initial part of the attack, the chambering or preparation of the attack. We'll say that an attack comes in two parts, the preparation and the execution. Suppose you have a devastating front kick. You have the preparation in which you chamber the kick, and the execution, the extension of the kick. If that's all you have, then your opponent only has to take one execution into account when reacting. Therefore, according to Hicks' law, he will be able to react in 150 milliseconds. But what if you have another technique which has the same preparation as the front kick, but an execution which requires a different response? Then, with two possibilities to respond to, reaction time increases, according to Hicks' law, to 237 milliseconds. That's a 58% increase in reaction time. There's a reason you see a lot of world-class fighters with these kinds of double-threat attacks. There was John Smith, the greatest American wrestler ever, who was famous for his low single. It worked so well because he was constantly feinting, and when his opponent bit on the feint, he knew exactly how to make him pay. All a feint is, in our terminology, is a preparation without an execution. There was Mirko Cro Cop, who said that when he threw a left kick, even he didn't know whether it would be a head kick or a liver kick. Another example you see sometimes from wrestlers in MMA is the crouch that could turn either into a double leg or an uppercut. So obviously it's very effective to have this kind of double attack in your arsenal. But how do you counter it? Let's consider the simplest case. What do you do against an opponent with good, deceptive feints who uses them frequently? Why not just ignore them? In that case, you're basically programming your subconscious to disregard the preparatory movement. If initially you believe there was a 50% chance of execution, Hicks' law for unequal probabilities implies that your reaction time would be 238 milliseconds. If you go from 50% to believing there's a 90% chance that the preparatory movement is a feint, your reaction time to an execution goes to 518 milliseconds, so your reaction time to an attack more than doubles. On the other hand, if you react to the feint, then you get out of position and are vulnerable to a follow-up attack. So if it's wrong to react to the feint, and it's a wrong move to not react to the feint, what can you do? The answer is attack on preparation, another concept from Tao of Jeet Kune Do. The more that an opponent uses a given preparatory movement, the more predictable it becomes. The more the opponent feints, the less predictable his attack from the preparation becomes, but the more predictable the feinting itself becomes. So attack the feint. Attack the preparation. Attack the double attack itself. So if you're the guy with the double attack, you have to make the entry into the attack just as unpredictable as the attack itself. You have to spread your skill points around. Hicks' law is essentially saying that reaction time is proportional to the information theoretic entropy. In information theory, entropy is associated with uncertainty. In physics, it's also associated with heat. So develop your skill set as if tempering a sword. Let the heat flow through it uniformly, so there are no weak points at which it can break.